hours on waiting list.
Have you got nice tunes?
Well, they have got nice tunes, he said it, but they just changed it this week, so I got probably another month or 2 months listening to this one now. I've done what I can, I put a letter in of complaint. They haven't even bothered to reply to my letter.
I think I got just the thing to help Jason get that phone line sorted. It's called subversive complaining. In the USA, some unhappy customers are striking back at the big companies. Rebel complainers are sneaking past customer services to get their message straight up to the bosses. Jason could follow suit. And here's one of the UK's most subversive complainers to tell him how.
I'm Jasper Griegson. I'm what you might call a professional complainer. If you're going to write a letter of complaint, don't bother writing to customer services or the complaints department, as they sometimes call it. Write somebody at the top of the organisation by name.
I like this one.
So how do you find out the name of the managing director or the chairman? Well, that's actually quite easy. Just ring up head office and ask. The company might be a bit reluctant to tell you, strangely, even though it's public information. So where do you go next? Well, if you go online and look up the corporate website, the information is usually there. Well, how do you email the managing director or the chairman? Find the email address of somebody else in the company and then substitute into the name of the person at the top of the organisation. Sometimes I'll write someone like the finance director. They've probably got a really boring intro and you can make their day by writing a letter of complaint to them. And actually, you might find they've got a sense of humour. One of my favourite tactics is what I call the scattergun. What do I mean by that? Well, you don't have to write just one letter or one email to somebody at the top of the organisation. Why not write to all of them individually? That really gets your point through, and it works. One of the things I've done often in the past is to write a poem.
You any good writing poetry? I win the best in school at that.
Now here's one I composed earlier. Please will you forgive me if I do complain in rhyme. I've tried it every other way and get ignored each time. Told my tale in circles to everyone I can. If this goes on much longer, I'll inform the ombudsman.
That's an excellent idea, I didn't think. That's very good, that way of complaining.
And when the bosses won't listen to even your best lines, Jasper's got yet another trick for slipping your complaints past the eagle-eyed secretaries all the way to the directors.
If you put your letter in a pink envelope and mark it sealed with a loving kiss, maybe a love heart on the back and some perfume, then the secretary won't open it. And that's something I've done several times.
That's a good point.
That's a really good idea.
No one else would open it, would they? We put sealed with a loving kiss on the back. It's very interesting.
It is.
The key is to not be afraid, to not be scared of authority. Express yourself by writing to that person at the top of the organisation. Good luck.
And it looks like the next tactical manoeuvre in Jason's battle with BT is already underway.
OK, well, Jason, having taken in Jasper's advice, are you going to take anything on board?
Well, after watching the DVD, I think the card right into the managing director with a nice big pink envelope sounds very good, with sealed with a loving kiss on the back. And see
absolutely, after what you've been through, isn't it? I think it's fair enough. Well, good luck with it all, and hope it all works out.
Thank you very much.
Nice one, cheers, Jason.
Take care.
So did it work?
Not straight away. No results from that lovely pink envelope. So then Jason decided to raise his game. Using another of Jasper Griegson's subversive tactics, Jason got the names of 4 directors from BT's website, fired off 4 scattergun letters, and got a reply from 2 of the board members, Sir Michael Rake and Mr. Ian Livingston. And he didn't just receive apologies from the chairman, but lo and behold, a few days later, BT engineers finally kept an appointment.
Hello? Yeah, I got a BT line now. It's finally working. We're up and running.
That's a really good idea. If we try that, we might finally get our broadband up and running.
Maybe we should. And great news, when we told BT all about Jason's campaign, they apologised unreservedly for the delay he's experienced.
They told us it was caused by a processing error.
Pretty drastic error, I reckon. And they say they were already looking into Jason's case when his letter arrived in the chairman's office.
Really? Funny they hadn't noticed it in the previous 3 months. But they are now going to waive the £125 connection charge and give him £10 for each appointment they missed.
So that's another £40 just in time for Christmas. So keep watching, Jason, because Lucy's hit the high street and the internet to bring you the very latest ways to max your Christmas cash.